Breaker broke 2-3. I'm going to do a quick video on the Cobra 200 GTL DX. I'll start with the meter. It's got a very nice, large, easy to read meter. Backlighting is very accurate. The styling on this radio is really nice. Okay, so we'll go to the channel selector. This radio will go your standard 1 through 40. Okay, channel 1, 965, right? You go to a channel, you'll get this extra little dot down here. So you have 7035, right? 7 with a dot, 450. It's got 11A, so there's 11, and then 11A, and then 15A, and 19A. Here's something I don't like about this radio. It has a momentary type touch dial, or a pot in it, and so when you just turn it, you can sit here and actually scan through go through the channels here without actually getting a click. And that kind of bothers me because if you're trying to find some bleed over or something like that, it's easy to get it goofed up or overshoot. But anyway, that's not really a big deal. You go here to 405, and then you go to 1, and then the dot will change over here to the other side of this digit here, and that goes to 415, and then you can cycle through here. And kind of the neat thing about this is because you have your alphas, it's not skipping around, like a lot of radios do. So that's kind of neat. All right. We have our echo. We have SWR calibrate here. Here is the clarifier, fine tune and coarse. We have the mic gain and RF gain, and of course volume squelch. 4-pin Cobra wiring. Here's our band switch here, and our mode switch here with CW, FM, AM, upper lower sideband. And then our switches here, we have noise blanker, high and low power, Roger beep, and then the non-functioning 10kc switch. On the top here we have this push button switch that will actually dim it down. Kind of hard to see because I'm filming in daylight, but in 4 or 5 steps I think it was. And then this button here puts it into the SWR calibrate mode, so you can read your SRWs. Alright. There's surface mount technology in this radio. A little bit of mix. Pull through and surface mount. Some Toshiba 2290 Skylabs in that amplifier. And that's kind of my favorite part of this radio is the amp. This is a really stout sounding AM performer. I am telling you. You can put almost any microphone on this thing and it will just rail, and it sounds really good. It has really good AM audio quality, lots of swing. This radio does easily 125, 130 watts. We've cranked these down to about 100 though, so we don't stress those Skylabs there. Those nice little Toshibas. Construction on this thing, pretty top notch. Very large heat sink on the back here, and that's incorporated here on throughout that whole bottom part of the chassis. And I can take that. It's kind of hard to do with one hand here, but I'll try to get this bottom lid off here. And there we go. Very nice speaker. Has pretty good audio quality to it. Look at that heatsink. That thing's a monster. And there's the underside of the board there. Anyway, lots of quirks with this thing. Real quick, after you do the modification on this radio, the 10kc switch will stop working. Choppy receiver on it. Choppy AM receiver. It's kind of a mix of a few things, like AGC style chopping and whatnot. But it's kind of hard to get rid of. Cobra did put out some tech bulletins on it. The noise blanker makes the receive even choppier. If you're trying to listen to this radio during the day with a lot of DX in, like say on channel 6 or something, you try to work that noise blanker, it gets really choppy. You get a lot of bleed over on this radio. The adjacent channel rejection is not all that hot. The nightwatch backlighting starts fading out, and then it eventually just goes out. The cheesy little pot that they use on the back of this rig for the channel selector, they go out quite frequently. What else comes to mind? Well, whatever. Anyway, if anything else comes to mind, I'll write it down in the description. Anyway, it was a really neat idea and kind of a neat design. I just wish that Cobra spent a little time on quality control and figuring these things out. Now they have the AM model as well, just straight AM, which looks similar to this. It has a beefy output as well. But anyway, if you have one of these and it works, you're happy with it, well, good on you. You're lucky. But generally, these things are junk, pretty much. I'd rather have a new Galaxy or a Ranger or something like that any day. FYI, Ranger and Galaxy, actually Ranger's going to start doing surface mount technology on their boards too in some upcoming radios, so we'll see how that stuff works out. Sorry about my blurry camera. I'm on the cheap here. Alright. Cobra 200 GTL DX. Thanks for watching.